So you need the power of a bigger stove, but you don't have a lot of room to store it. I got your solution right here. Today we're looking at the ONLYFIRE Foldable Butane Stove. This one's a little different. Let's check it out. All right, folks, welcome back. So I've told you in the past the importance of having a way to cook your food when the power's out. Most of us, especially here, have electric stoves. There are some people that have propane tanks in their backyard, and they have gas stoves, but the common stove, at least where I am, is electric. So when the power goes out, so does your ability to cook anything, okay? Unless you've thought it out ahead of time. Now, this little guy here is a whole lot packed into a very small package. This is actually a full-size burner. This would be like what a full-size burner would look like. It comes with a very nice little storage case, if I can get it out here between everything else. Okay, so you can store it in there. Very compact, very easy to use. But here's the cool part, opening it up. Now, it's going to be a little stiff when you first get it, okay? Just letting you know right now, because it was a little stiff. When you're pulling on this, you want this all the way down, and you're just going to swing this out, close that back up, and pull out your sides there. Now look at how big that is. I mean, that's a huge surface. So the cool part about this is during a power outage or emergency, you can use your regular pots and pans if you're in your home. And if you're out somewhere bugging out, you can use camp style stuff too, because it's still got enough size in there to fit a smaller pot. Now, it's not going to fit like a Stanley cooker or something like that, but it will fit a smaller pot. So how does it work? Well, it's pretty simple. You're going to open this up. You're going to put your butane in here. Now, it does have the magnetic attachment in there, right in there. So it will kind of pull to the can. You'll push it in and snap it and turn it, and it locks right into place. Make sure your indent in the can is going over there. You look for this spot on the can, okay? And that will fit right in there. So let me tell you a little bit about the stove first. It has a PCO igniter, so it's simple to light. You don't have to mess around with matches or anything like that. The burner itself on the inside is crafted with 3 brass segments, okay? So that will enhance your temperature resistance and corrosion. And this thing is really well coated, so you're not going to get any kind of oxidation or anything if you do have to use this outside. This green paint is almost like a very light form of a wrinkle paint. I don't know if you've ever used that stuff. It's black, you spray it on, and it goes on smooth, and then as it dries, it starts to wrinkle up. Very kind of similar to that, so kind of looks like that. It can accommodate all sorts of different pans, anything from a coffee pot to a kettle to a frying pan, so it really is a essential kind of part of your gear, and it's built pretty well too. This thing is pretty beefy, all in all. It looks like it would be really light, but it's pretty heavy. So let me show you quickly how to load in your cartridge here. And I do have this on wood here because I don't want it to melt the plastic. Let me pull this down. Now you're going to take your thing, you're going to put this up top, your little notch. Okay, kind of push it in there. And I'm doing this at an angle, so I may screw it up. Get in there. Here we go, like that. Okay, like that. Push it in. You're going to push and turn. And it locks right into place, turning it the wrong way. Let me turn it like this. There we go. Okay, it locks right into place like that. So you're all set. Basically, you're going to just close this up, turn this way, and there you go. It's lit. So what I'd like to do with this is do a little burn test on it, a boil test on it, and see how quickly it boils. I don't know if you can see the flame. Let me turn the top light off. So you can see that flame there. That flame is doing really well. The little orange flame you see there is from the PCO igniter where it is. It'll do like that for a while. But definitely a cool little stove. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 cups of water in this pot here. And we're going to try and see how quickly this boils, that 2 cups of water, because this thing looks like it's a pretty decent flame. So let me get that set up, and I'll bring you right back. All right, so they say that this will do 1 liter of water in, less than 10 minutes. So being that we're just a little bit under a half liter, let's see how quickly it does it with 2 cups. And it's just a little bit under a half liter. I'm going to reach over here and light it. We're going to put the pot on. And as you see, it's stable. It's not wobbling around even with nothing in it. I'm going to put our 2 cups of water in there. And we're going to start our timer right here. Okay. Let me wipe that off. There we go. Right there. So you got 10 seconds in. Let's see how long this takes to do. 2 cups of water. You can feel the heat coming off it already, so bring you back when it's boiling. Now, I almost can't believe it, because we're not even at 2 minutes yet, okay? I'm at 1 minute and 54 seconds, let's say, okay? And as you can tell, that is a rolling boil. That is ridiculously fast. It's not loud either. Let me push it up here so you can see the water. You can see it's boiling. And I swear I started that timer the minute I put it on here. That is really, really quick. That's unreal. And one of the things I love about it is it's not loud. There are a lot of quick boiling stoves that are very, very loud. They're like jet engines. This little thing just quietly sits here and does its job. And as you can tell, I don't know if you can see it, the little PCO igniter is there. So that was what you were getting that little orange flame off of. So I got to say, it really sips fuel, works pretty well. The battery for the igniter is located right there. So when that igniter goes out, you can always change it, which is very handy. Let me turn it off, and I'll give you a little more information on it. There we go. And that's simple. You're done. So this will cool off after a while. You want to avoid touching it. I mean, it's not too bad right now, but it's still pretty hot. I mean, you can feel it. If I had to push that, I'd get a burn. You want to avoid touching it for a little bit, but I love the concept of these kind of stoves. I did review one a while back. I forget the company. They're pretty popular, but it's much bigger, and it was much longer. It was like maybe about that much longer. So this is kind of more compact. It fits it right in there. And as you saw when I was putting the butane can in there, I did have to kind of put it in first and then push it forward, whereas the other one you can kind of rock in easy. There we go. So when you're done with this, it's a little bit tricky, but you're just going to reach in here. I'm going to turn it this way. So there we go. You're just going to kind of reach in here and turn it and unhook it like that. So it's more of an intuitive thing. Again, you're going to take a few practices to get it in there right. It'll take you a few times, but it's really easy to use. Once you catch on to it and you see how easy that snaps in there. And that's similar of all these that use the magnetic kind of ring around the can. Very, very similar. I'm going to see, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to see if it's cool enough to fold up. Okay. Yeah. You want to push this all the way down when you're doing this, okay? Yeah, that's not hot. Push it into place. Go like that. Now this is not hot at all. Okay. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to put it into the case. I'm probably going to take it back out of the case when the video is done, just to make sure that burner is cooled off. But to put it in the case is fairly simple. It does have a couple of little pieces on it in the bottom there that will catch and grab, and that is a bottle opener, aka stabilizer as well. This is fairly simple to do. I'm going to put it in this way. Just kind of drop it in there. And there you go. So for a small, easy, compact camp stove, similar to this, you really can't go wrong. I just think the thing is so cool, so easy to do. Now the dimensions on it, it weighs about 3.59 pounds. So it's not super, super lightweight. We do have a little bit of string hanging off there, so let's get that out of the way. It's not super, super lightweight, but again, it's very small in size. You could almost put this in a bug-out bag. It'd be kind of heavy, but you could almost do it. Again, with a bug-out bag, you're not really bugging out to set up a big kitchen. You're bringing a little tiny burner with you. But if you had to, you could almost do it. And I can feel it's kind of warm in there, so I'm going to take it back out. With a bug-out bag, you know, you're looking for a fast, quick kind of deployment, and this isn't small or fast or quick. It is very well put together, very well made, and yeah, I can feel the heat right here from the burner. So it's a good idea to kind of let it cool off, which we will do. We'll open it up. But all in all, I love the thing. I mean, I just think it's so cool and so easy to use that I'm definitely going to be keeping this around. As a matter of fact, I'll probably be getting rid of my other one that was similar to this that was longer, because it's a little bit harder to use, and this thing is super simple to use and super small, much smaller. The weight on the dimensions on it are 9.8 inches this way by 3.5 across by 4.1 inches high. So kind of small, easy, compact. As you can tell, it fits right in my hand, and we can get an average butane can and put it up against there for size comparison. You can see it's only a little bit longer than the can itself. The nice thing I've found about butane stoves is they don't suck a lot of energy down. For years, all right, when I worked in the restaurant business, whenever we had a Sunday brunch and we'd make omelets to order and stuff, one of the things we set up were butane stoves. We used the traditional, butane stoves with the side opens up there, and they would run for hours on one of these little canisters. You turn them on, make the person the omelet or scrambled eggs or whatever, turn it back off again. They'd run for hours. So very economical as far as gas goes. This is still a little bit cheaper than your propane and stuff. If you find a good Asian cooking store or Asian food store, Asian market, sometimes they'll have these for like $12 for $1. Now, not as often as they used to. And these from Walmart are about $2.79 or something. They're going up in price. They used to be like $1.25, but everything is going up. So it's kind of just the way of the world these days. Now, they say the maximum energy on this is 3,900 watts, maximum energy output. For a compact stove, it's just awesome. I can't believe the boil time. I mean, seriously, 1 minute and 54 seconds. That's just insane. I've never seen something do that quickly. And that was 2 cups of water. We had it right up to the top, 2 cups of water. And I mean, I turned the thing on right away. So, and the water wasn't hot. It was freezing cold out of my tap. So we're still kind of cold here in Nevada. So we still got cold water coming out of the cold tap. In the summer, you get the hot water out of the cold tap for a while until you run it. So it's kind of annoying. And I can feel that now it's starting to cool down. So that's pretty good too. So all in all, I think for a bug-in situation where you have an electric stove and you're going to need to use it and you don't have a lot of space to store your preps, this is awesome. If you've got the room, yeah, you can buy those big square ones for $20 at Walmart or even on Amazon, $15. If you need the smaller space, and that's kind of what this is catering to, needing that smaller package, this is definitely an awesome way to go because it is really tiny and compact. So that is the ONLYFIRE Foldable Butane Stove. They run about $46.99. Okay, there are no discounts on it. I don't have codes or anything for it. It's just something on Amazon. I will have a link directly to this in my store, as well as a link directly to it. You'll have it's in my store as well, is what I'm trying to say, if I can spit it out. So it will be in my store, but I'll also have a direct link down below if you're interested in checking it out. Again, it's a little more expensive than your average butane stove, but you're paying for the form factor. It's so much smaller and so much more compact. So you figure if you buy a $20 one that's a big one, and this, and you put them side by side, you've got a 2-burner stove right there in your own home. And it's great for power outages. You know, not every disaster is the end of the world. Sometimes it's just being prepared for something small, like the power going out. So, like I said, ONLYFIRE Foldable Butane Stove. Really, really like it. I could not believe the quick boil time on it, and I swear that was cold water. I still have it here. It's still cold. I filled up my water bottle actually with it too, so not drinking hot water. I was like, wow, that's unreal. I heard it starting to rumble, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Is that almost ready to boil? There it went. So under 2-minute boil time for 2 cups of water. That's pretty cool. Anyway, folks, I thank you guys for watching. Like I said, the link for this will be down below. It'll also be in our Amazon store. And if you folks want to help out the channel, feel free to use that link to shop on Amazon with. You don't need to buy anything in the store to use the link. Click the link, go and search like you normally would. You can even bookmark the link, and it really helps out the channel without us having to do anything. You know, it doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost me anything. It helps us out, lets us bring more cool gear like this. Because like I said, a lot of the stuff I purchase to show you guys, because I know you guys like unusual kind of stoves, and I think the use for this is just off the charts as far as convenient. Below that is our freeze-dried wholesalers link. Don't forget to check that freeze-dried wholesaler link out. We recently had a slider sale, and they're still on sale. Those little let's just say they come from a house that is lightly colored. Okay, they're the slider cheeseburgers and hamburgers. They're still on the website. I ordered some last night. Can't wait to try them out. I've tried them in the past and I really like them. So check them out. You do need a steamer to get them going, but there's so much more on that site. And my link saves you 15% on anything you order on the site. So check that link out as well for freeze-dried wholesalers. Of course, below that is our My Patriot Supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com. When you go to that site, you may only see 1 or 2 deals on the page. That's okay. Go up to the top where it says My Patriot Supply on the logo. Click on that and you go into there, and there's a whole world more of stuff. My preparewithiridium.com site is really just a portal for the big sales of the month. But you can go in there and check out all their stuff at My Patriot Supply. Below that, of course, is our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. Don't forget Thrive Life, folks. We love this stuff. Awesome storage food. Good for a good long time. And again, your ingredients are just plain things. Ingredients, chicken. No fillers, no preservatives, no nothing. So definitely check them out as well. I thank you guys for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.